Why don't we jump right into our headline topic now? I know that you're an avid royal watcher, so none of this is going to be news to you. But Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales.
Sure. What does that mean?
I think it means that she's not Princess of the Fire Kingdom.
Okay.
Or lumpy space.
But water. Because...
Yeah, I'm not... Look, the rules seem really complicated because the elements are like lumps, fire, candy. I don't really get it. The point is, there's a Princess of Wales, and she's been the subject of intense news coverage and online speculation over the past few days after a Mother's Day image of her sent to various wire services turned out to have been significantly doctored.
Wire services?
Well, remember, like Newswire.
Okay.
Yeah, like that kind of wire services, not like money wiring.
Yeah.
So, Luke, let's have a look at this and see if there's anything that raises... You haven't read through the notes yet, right?
No.
Good. Okay, so we're going to bring it up on here. Is there anything about this picture that raises the alarm bells to you without looking at anything else? No, stop.
I was just trying to zoom.
Stop.
My eyes are bad.
You'll be fine.
I'm immediately looking at hands.
Okay. How are those hands looking for you?
The hands seem fine. So her left hand, so right side for us, that like this thing that I'm doing, where it's just like they're all very straight and it's kind of a pan.
Yep.
Actually, I'm seeing it on the other side a little bit too. That's fairly common for once AI imagery got good at fingers, they started just making them like, here's a board of fingers, but it's not quite happening. Her one finger there is a little bit separated. No, I think the hands are fine.
Yep. I mean, I couldn't help noticing that this is sharp and this hand is extremely blurry.
Very blurry, yeah.
Also, that appears to be in the same plane as this hand, which is not especially blurry.
Yeah. It looks like it's been touched up and doctored to a certain degree, but that would happen no matter what. Any
picture of royals is going to be touched up. Is there anything here that jumps out to you as potentially problematic?
Yeah, wait, what's going on?
Oh, there's a sniper. There's a sniper.
Oh my
Duck,
goodness.
Kate!
The hair on the right side of her head is like super fuzzy. And I don't mean, oh man, I can't use that term. It's very like blurred. And also, like where's her shirt? It just looks like a shadowed version of. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean
that could be a thing.
Yeah, there could be some. There could be some biz.
There has been some surprisingly serious and poorly done ? Doctoring to her hair on the one side. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, her whole head looks like it might. Not originate from this photo.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Oh. Okay, let's look really closely at the non-squared one on the left. Looks really closely on the right one. Her cheek dimples, are those exactly the same? It looks like maybe no.
Sir, it looks like maybe yes.
Look at how but she's going to have cheek dimples no matter what. So like look at how deep they are, like how wide her smile is, but how deep they are. Now scroll up and look in the other one.
Okay, yeah.
Because this is overlaid. Like we can't really look at that.
We'll have a look at the dimples, okay? It's really blurry.
It's very blurry.
It's blurry.
Why is it so blurry? The kids aren't very blurry.
No, the kids are not blurry. The kids are pretty well defined. So basically, let's run through this.
Yeah.
Middleton's last public appearance was on Christmas Day, which for those who math is...
If I didn't work here, my last public appearance would have been a long time ago.
Okay, all right. The point is, her job is literally to make public appearances.
So that's what... Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So her last public appearance was on Christmas Day. On January 17th, the royal family announced she would be undergoing scheduled abdominal surgery and would return to the public eye around Easter, which, in fairness, is not until a couple of weeks from now. Most people accepted this explanation, but there was some question as to why she would need to cancel weeks of upcoming events if this surgery was truly expected and planned. Yes.
That's a good point.
While nothing truly suspicious had happened yet, people were being extremely conspiratorial about all of this on some segments of social media by about late February. And this is pretty typical of royal watchers, whether it's help me out, the actress Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, or whether it's Kate and William. People are always...
Meghan Markle?
That's her name, right?
She was an actress?
She was on Suits.
I've never seen that.
Okay, it doesn't matter. The point is that the point is that people follow the royals extremely closely, and anything even remotely resembling a scandal seems to blow up pretty spectacularly unless it's Prince Andrew. In which case, we just all seem to
cool that he went to what island? Huh?
Hawaii.
Oh,
Hawaii.
Okay.
Hawaiiland.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. This Mother's Day photo received initial scrutiny because it had a few obvious inconsistencies, and Luke didn't even notice this, even though he is a self-professed expert on the royals, Kate was not wearing a wedding ring.
Wait.
And...
No, I looked for that. What hand do you wear a wedding ring on? Isn't it your right?
Oh man. Could you be...
Is it your left?
Could you be less, into the whole matrimony thing? It goes on your left hand.
Oh, then we should be able to see it.
Yes, we should definitely be able to see it.
I thought it might have been under the kid's arm. But...
Not only that, but there was there's a tree with fully unfurled green leaves in the background, despite it being supposedly early March. Observers then noted clear signs...
When is Mother's... I thought Mother's Day is in May.
Mother's Day is coming up. Yeah, but this is, I don't know, it's a Mother's Day photo. I don't know. Don't worry about it.
So they took it way ahead of Mother's Day?
I don't know when UK photo? Mother's Day is, okay?
What are y'all doing over there, huh?
The point is, observers then noted clear signs of editing, including heavy use of a blurring tool and inconsistencies in the family's hair and clothing. Wire services generally only allow small cosmetic edits like cropping and red eye removal, leading them to retract the picture only a few hours later. A tweet attributed to Kate Middleton claimed fault for the bad Photoshop job, but that has not stopped posts insisting that the photo was entirely AI generated or that the princess's face was photoshopped into the photo over that of another woman. However, according to Tom Warren of The Verge, the photo's metadata indicates that it was shot on a Canon 5D Mark IV and edited using a 2022 version of Photoshop from before AI features were added. Some online sleuths have insisted that Middleton's face in the photo matches and was taken from her cover on Vogue, while detractors say that it simply looks similar because it is a picture of the same woman with the same face. I mean, the lighting is different, her bottom teeth are slightly showing in the Mother's Day photo, etc., etc.
Yeah, and to be completely honest, if you look at a bunch of pictures of Linus at various conventions posing with people, the I am taking a photo face, yeah.
It's pretty similar.
Yeah.
So... is it necessarily the exact same face?
I don't 100% think so.
I don't 100% think so, but I also do not know for sure that it isn't.
Yeah, I see what they're getting at.
They are very similar.
But you said this is a person whose job is to make public appearances. They're going to have taking a photo face.
I'm taking a photo smile.
Yeah.
So our question here, because realistically, I don't think not either of us is, other than a general concern for anyone who has been disappeared. I don't think either of us is particularly into the whole royals thing. No. If there's any intrigue in is this how they're, going to soft announce a divorce or, whatever, because there was some speculation that, not Harry, not Andrew, the other one, William.
Jeff.
That's not a royal name, Luke.
King Jeffrey?
Okay, Game of Thrones is not real.
King.
I think it was Joffrey anyway, wasn't it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I only read the first book. I have a whole thing where I won't consume content until it's all produced. So I'm waiting for him to finish all the books.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
That might be a problem.
He's actually going to die before I get to read Game of Thrones.
If you Google King Jeff, it's just really ripped dudes. I don't know how that happened.
I mean, maybe she was the one cheating with King Jeff.
Hey, maybe.
I wouldn't blame her.
Dude, King Jeff is
Mind
jacked.
you, I don't know how much of his testicles are left at that point.
None. But he's ripped. Who cares at that point? Oh, man. Don't do steroids.
What are we even talking about?
Who knows?
Yeah, okay, the point is, we're not royal watchers, but this is really interesting
Except for King Jeff.
because This is interesting because it raises a really interesting question with the way that this is being covered by the mainstream media and with the way that topics like Photoshop over the years and more recently AI are making their way into the public consciousness. This feels like a really significant moment. Because you and I on the WAN show, and you guys who watch the WAN show, you're dialed into this stuff. You know what the capabilities of large language models are. I mean, you watched us reacting live to the launch of ChatGPT and interacting with the thing, right? You're whether it's Midjourney or DALL-E, you're looking at the ever-evolving capabilities of these AI image generators and stuff like that. So you guys are dialed into it. But this right here is sparking a conversation with the normies, with the aunts and uncles and nieces and the extended family. All your cousins are talking about this. And they're asking the question, is anything that I am looking at real anymore?
And with the amount of bots on things like X.com and other various websites, it's like,
speaking of which, we're streaming on X.com for the first time today.
Yeah,
we're live. We're live on X. Or are we?
Done.
I hope so.
They have.
I haven't checked in a while.
Video. What if you just combined that and audio? Whatever.
Luke, let me push back on one of your hypotheses.
Okay. My hypotheses.
One of your hypotheses. Okay, so you had said it's quite probable that she has a photo taking face.
Yeah.
Okay. So what if, this is slightly different. What if it's slightly different, though, because an AI was trained on this photo and a handful of other photos? What if it looks so similar because, kind of like we've seen very famous works of art basically spat out with slight alterations by AI image generators? You see where I'm going with this, right?
I get it. And I think the point is like that everything that exists will have doubt cast on it moving forward. And this is kind of the sign of that. And I do agree. Yeah. Whether this is real or not, the fact that so many eyes are on it and there is such a lot of people that are saying one thing or the other are saying it with a certain amount of uncertainty, just shows that you can't really be certain about much these days.
Remember when we were looking at Sora when they announced that big upgrade and we were watching that car racing along a track in all these different environments, right? Okay, it's autumn now. It's underwater now. It's a sunny day. It's raining. There is absolutely no reason why I couldn't take that Vogue cover shoot, that Vogue cover photo, and be like, okay, it's overcast today. Can you adjust my lighting based on that? That is well within the capabilities of AI image alteration tools that we have today. And just because they're using an older version of Photoshop for something on this image, I mean, that doesn't necessarily... Man, see here, I'm falling into the trap.
To someone,
metadata for a file, to my knowledge, can be altered.
Yeah.
So, okay, was it shot on a 5D whatever, Mark, whatever?
My pushback on that is if they would go that far, I feel like they would have done a better job touching up things like her hair and other various
It is confusing, isn't it?
It's honestly like a poorly done Photoshop job.
It raises a whole other layer of questions because here's my first question, right? So we talked about already that this is someone who is a public figure and is accustomed to public appearances.
Yeah.
Why in God's name would you pick the cover of a Vogue magazine
as your
picture as your choice for the Mother's Day picture?
Oh yeah,
like out of the
so many options.
Out of the mountain.
I don't think that's necessarily it though, because like you said, they might have used a variety of other images as well. That's just her. I'm taking a photo face. Like let's see, what's her name? Kate Middleton. Kate Middleton. Images.
Okay, so you're basically looking to see. Oh man, he's going into sleuth mode.
Do you have a photo taking face? A lot of these are candid.
Yeah,
which means no. I don't know how old this photo is.
Down and right is not candid. You went. I mean, it just went down and right from where your mouse was. That's no left. Oh my God!
This one.
Down.
This one.
Down.
This one.
Yes.
Oh,
that's not candid. That looks quite old though.
it's very similar too.
It's similar-ish. I wouldn't say it's nearly as similar as the similar ones.
Agreed.
I saw another one when I was poking around in this conspiracy theory where they're like, oh yeah, there's this picture of her and the prince in a car, and this picture is also ripped off of somewhere else. That didn't make it into our notes. I'm not sure if that one's been debunked already or something like that.
I mean, like this is at a completely. Hello.
I got you.
Did I get locked out?
I don't know.
Did I lose permissions?
I don't know.
This one's like an action shot and down on a weird angle. She's making the exact same smile.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I think this is a thing.
Yeah, it could be a thing, but it could. I think more realistically, it could be like an AI generated thing. You can go in and edit the metadata.
Why would you even bother? Like, this is the like world's most simple AI or Photoshop job. Why would you bother with AI generation?
I don't know.
What's the point?
Luke,
like why? Like,
there's an entire generation of people who are, adjusting their boobs and curving the stuff behind them and adjusting their waist,
generation,
and adjusting their pecs and adjusting their facial hair. And
I think this is everyone.
I don't
think this is a single generation.
Okay, multiple generations.
Okay.
I don't think Gen X is quite as into it as millennials and Zoomers. You don't see as much of that. You see some.
All right.
You see some. But we've got generations of people who are making what I think you would judge to be unnecessary changes to their pictures.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're asking, why are they doing this?
No. I'm saying, why would they use AI instead of someone just photoshopping it? Because
yeah, that's fair.
If the job, because like honestly, the thing that looks to me like what might have happened is a head replacement, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean? People were doing that convincingly when I was in high school. Like,
yeah.
This is not like super advanced.
Yeah.
You don't need AI tools to do that. Why would you even bother? And then when it comes out and you see these massive blurry portions, why wouldn't you go like, welp?
Let's go one layer deeper into the conspiracy war in here.
Sure.
They did it to make us talk about it.
See, that's sick. I like that a lot.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
But I love it.
I don't think so. I think my favorite comment about that I saw from someone, I forget who, was like, yeah, maybe if the Queen was still in charge, but realistically, the rest of these guys are a bunch of bumbling idiots. There's no way they had that much game sense.
That honestly sounds very real. Yeah.
I don't know. See, that's the thing is I legitimately don't pay that much attention. I just saw this trending and I was like, okay, this is very interesting. And I think it's a really fascinating topic of conversation.
Have you gotten any King Cash yet?
King Cash?
Yeah.
What's King Cash?
Canadian dollars with the king on them.
Oh, God. Unless it's Mufasa, I'm not interested.
I haven't gotten any King Cash yet.
Are we printing King Cash?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I guess we would have had to eventually. I kind of thought maybe we could stall until he dies.
Something that's interesting, too, is your passport says from the Queen.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I have to get a new one.
I don't know.
I guess it's going to be...
Maybe.
I guess it's...
Do they all expire now? Like, what happens?
I don't know.
I was like, I swear it says from the Queen, and I checked my own passport and was like, yep, my passport is authorized by someone who isn't alive anymore. How does that work?
I have no idea.
Like, Canadian passports effectively say, the Queen says this person can travel. Please allow them to travel. That's like effectively, it's much longer than that and written cool. But like,
man,
what does that mean now?
Dude, I gotta say, with the gap in both time and societal and technological advancement between Queen Elizabeth II's coronation and King Charles's coronation, I dipped in for about 30 seconds of just highlight clips of the whole thing. And I was just kind of like, Robin Williams Jumanji. What year is it? You know, like it felt so bizarre and out of place. It felt like fiction. It felt like a scene in a movie about a time long past and a kingdom long ago. Like the whole thing felt so silly. The idea of, you know, God ordaining a monarch that whatever. It's like, yeah, we moved past that so long ago. Like she reigned for like 70 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And so much has changed in that time that the whole thing felt so silly. Like my entire life, I just kind of accepted, yeah, like Queen Elizabeth or whatever. She lives in a castle somewhere and she's on our money. And, you know, I mean, honestly, when she was younger, she's kind of hot, so like whatever. I'm kidding. I'm just trying to get a rise. It took a second for him to process that.
Well, because I was reading, apparently Canada unveils a new passport with more security features and a nod to King Charles.
Okay, so we'll have a look at that in a second. The point is just like it never really occurred to me. It was just a normal thing that I didn't think about.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the Queen's on the money. Who cares?
Yeah.
But then now that it's changing, I'm sitting here going, why don't you
wait.
Why don't you put Terry Fox on the money?
Please.
What?
Please
what?
Put Terry Fox on the money.
Yeah, put Terry Fox on the money.
Yeah.
That'd be way cool. Speaking of
It's
which,
like the most based Canadian thing ever.
Okay, do you know about this? I don't know whether they were watching Wan's show or not. Terry Fox Foundation reached out.
No way.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
So we're okay. No promises in terms of the depth of the collaboration. But don't worry about that. Don't speculate anything. I don't want people to get the wrong idea.
All right.
But at the very least, you and I are going to wear Terry Fox Foundation shirts for a WAN show.
Sick.
So that we've got locked in as part of a campaign that they're doing in collaboration with Ryan Reynolds. They basically want any Canadian that has any kind of audience to wear a Terry Fox Foundation shirt. So we're going to wear some shirts, and then if we can do anything a little bit deeper, then we will. We'd be very excited to do something like that. But I was like, I got like 2 emails in a row. One was from some AI company that I've wanted to collaborate with, and then 5 minutes later, I heard from the Terry Fox Foundation. I'm like, this is a good day. This is a pretty good day. My phone's blowing up for all the right reasons today.
Yeah, those are good days.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
No, we'll tell you the story of Terry Fox. Man, it almost feels like you can tell that story as many times as you want, right? It's like it's a bedtime story. Dad, you tell me the story of Terry Fox. Yeah, okay, for sure. We'll tell you the story of Terry Fox again, but we're gonna wait until we've got the shirts and we can tell you a little bit about what the foundation is doing these days.
Sounds good.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, let's have a look at the new passport. You want to show me the new passport?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. There's a front.
Okay.
There's the inside.
Okay, cool. There's some corn.
That looks like... Is it actually going to be colored like that?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of into it.
How do you put the stamps there, though?
I don't know. Oh, maybe there's like alternate
here
designs.
we go.
Yeah, there's the interior.
Yeah. There's a surprising lack of like Canadian native imagery.
I think that's Canadian native imagery.
Is it?
I think so.
These just look like school kids in like rubber boots.
I doubt it.
All right. Okay.
Anyway,
wow, this seems so unnecessary. Other than, I guess, that it says the Queen in our passport.
Yeah.